Prophet Easy One, welcoming you back to another little bug out video. This was, I don't know if you see my video, What's in the Scoutmaster's Bag? Well, of course, since I did that video, this thing has been expanded a lot, to where so much of my things are hanging from outside the bag, which was never a problem to me, even as a young scout. Now I do have a much bigger bag that I'm looking forward to redoing, and that's why I'm sort of retiring this pack. This will be just like a weekender type pack, 3-4 day thing if need be, with the necessities. But overall, this is an inch bag. This is a survival bag. This isn't just I'm going for a hike today or I'm going camping for the weekend. But I'm so looking forward. I will do a review on the new bag I got. I don't know if you saw the other video. I'm still very excited about it. And like I say, that's why I'm going to break this thing down, because a lot of this stuff's going to go there. Maybe a few things I may have to split up. And then maybe I'll do a review on the other bag. So far, I'm very pleased with it. It's the Amazon Basics. It's 75 liter. I think I said 70 in the other video. Well, I could take pretty much everything here that you're about to see, and it might fit inside of that thing. Yeah, just about everything probably if I kept my sleeping well out. But let's just get on with this. I'm going to show you. This is an inch bag. This is a survival bag. This isn't I'm just going out for the weekend. This is, boy, Armageddon has begun, and I got to be prepared. All right, now, we'll get the, this bag here, I already have a review on that. That's a gas mask, a radio, a minor first aid kit. I'm going to get this out of the way. Yeah, we'll put it over here. Of course, these gloves were inside. I took them out, and generally what I do is I keep them stored. Oh, this was another pair. I have two pairs here. These are mechanics gloves on the inside and some heavier duty leather gloves on the outside. Remember, and these I just had there. I hadn't really packed them. I don't think these are Kevlar though. I don't know that I'll put three pair in there. And I want to keep room, keep the weight down. My first aid kit here. You've seen that on another video. And I had that here so it'll be easy accessible. And when I repack it in my new kit, it'll be easy accessible too. All right, now over here in this bag, which used to contain my first aid kit. Oh, that's on a different carabiner. This, I've mentioned that I found so many things while hiking or bicycling. This is another one of those things that I found. This was an old abandoned campsite where I guess these people were camping where they shouldn't have been. What a mess they had out there. And the tent was all wrecked. It may have been salvageable. The poles were all bad. Trash piles everywhere. But I found a couple things there, including this light. Heck, I used to use these back when I was in the Scouts and used them in speleology too, going through caves. And these put out pretty good candle power. They're awfully large. I don't know that I'll keep it. I have lots of other lighting devices that are small and easy to carry, and they all use the same batteries, whereas this uses that big, I guess it's a big 6-volt. But my understanding is, I think there's a bunch of, if you actually cut one of those 6-volt batteries up, it's made up of a bunch of, I think, double A's or something. I don't quote, that's what I think. But anyway, I keep that in this old bag here, and that just hangs on a carabiner. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to repack this with the new kit. All right. Let's get back at it. Let's see. Okay, I got some other. I picked up. This rope wasn't on there before. I picked this up while I was up picking up some things. This is some cheap paracord. This isn't. Trying to remember if this is the good stuff or not. See, that's the problem. I have some that are the good stuff and some that aren't, and I need to sort those out. But you can't have too much of that. Even though you can improvise in the wild, in Puerto Rico once I made twice, 2 rafts out of bamboo. You know, big fat bamboo. And they were completely made out of bamboo and lashings that I made from vines and stuff. And we used to use them and go out in the lake and have a good time. Okay, let's get back to this. So, and what I'm saying is you can find your own cordage, but it sure is convenient to have stuff like this. It's very strong, very lightweight, and very durable and long lasting. Okay, over here, and one of my straps is, I've already done a review on this. This is my cook kit. You know, be nice if it was something better, but you know what? This is adequate, and I have a lot of stuff in here. You saw it, and I've probably added a couple things to it, but I'm not going to break this down. Like I said, I do have it in that other video. It cost me very little money to put that thing together. And by the way, this is a bag that I found too. I tell you, I find more stuff. Huh. I mean, it's been a while, but and this is just an old belt. You know, this thing, as it got heavier, this doesn't have a waist belt at all. So this just is an old, expanded old belt. But I tell you what, it really helped to secure the pack to my back, especially when you got a lot of things hanging from it. You know, that's one thing I don't like. I used it several times and adjusted it. Yeah, and it was down to where I liked it now. It was comfortable. Things weren't banging on me. It was good, but like I said, I got this new pack now. Alright, so I'm going to get into a complete thing on this. We're not going to get to that yet. Actually, I don't even want to have to break that down now. This is 75 feet. You see it here, of a heavier rope. This is a Freedom Ain't Free blanket. It's not real big. In fact, let me show you. I have one hanging up here between the flags. Let's see. Got the American flag over here. And then you got this Freedom Ain't Free. Freedom is not free flag. And then over here, we got the flag that tells you what you got to do if things ain't right. Sorry, with that light shining through there, it's hard to see it. Okay. Now, let's get back to this. So this is all part of my sleep system. And the good thing about this blanket here, it's not that big, but it does have the eyelets in there. And that's another thing. Right back with you. I just pulled this back out today. This is something that can come in real handy, especially if you're making any of your own things, or if you want to upgrade some of yours. This is the kit to put grommets into your tarps, tents, whatever, and they hold very good. You know, you just make a small hole. You got 2 pieces you put together. You put one of these pieces down on something solid. Take a hammer, bang that joker down. They lock in, and it'll keep from tearing your stuff up. A lot of times I'll reinforce something first, maybe put a little duct tape if it's not something real strong, and then put these through there. But the reason I pulled them out, I'm going to pack them up and take them with me. This isn't something I'm going to take in my inch bag, but I'm getting ready to go try out some of my gear that I haven't tried yet. And there's some things I may want to add some extra eyelets to, so I can actually do it in the field. Alright, getting back to this. So got that, 75 feet of rope. This is, I think last time you saw this, it was all white. I did take some old paint. No. The white side was on the outside. This time I put the semi-camo. I just took some old paints and put on it. But this is some Tyvek house wrap. It goes all around. And inside of it is a very nice, tightly woven, thick blanket. So that's that. Over here, I got a flashlight hanging from my strap. I'm going to leave that there. So, I'm going to go ahead and take stuff out of here this time. Last time I took a lot of things out. We got a trash bag. Large contractor trash bag. We got another flashlight. I try to keep all mine using the same size batteries. That way, well, they're small and I have a lot of batteries. 50 feet of real paracord. Another 50 feet of real paracord. What do we have here? Oh, fire starter stuff. This was like dry lit. And I mix the Vaseline in there, and then you take them and just dip them into the wax. You know, pull it out, let it solidify, and then build it up. Man, I'll tell you what, these things burn a long time. And they're easy to spark up. You just bust it up a little bit and go right up for you. All right, what else in this little pouch? You know, I love it when they have a whole lot of pouches like this. This is a Bible in here. You know, I like to have a bigger one, full-size one. But for the time being, it's still my emergency bag being developed all the time. I have a small New Testament. Oh, and this one, usually these used to always have in Psalms and Proverbs. This one doesn't, but nice little New Testament. All right, so let's see. Open this pouch. Bathroom tickets, so you can get out of it. My sponge. That's a towel sponge. Compresses real good. Can be used for cleaning, for gathering moisture. A lot of uses, and like I say, it goes real small. You use it to gather dew, or even if, say, the water is really shallow, where you can't get your water bottle or water bag in there to get yourself some water, then you could take this sponge and put it down in there, absorb that water, squeeze it out, do that, and then filter your water and drink it. All right, so yeah, that's it for that bag. Now we got this one. Like I say, I love packs that have a lot of organizational stuff. Oh, most of this I've taken out right now. Oh, this is a bottle of Skin So Soft. I have another. I added this to it for backup, but I've spent some time in the Everglades before, and if you're in a bad place, a bad time of year, and this can be anywhere from Canada, anywhere up and down the coast, you know. But this stuff works really good for insect repellent. It's going to be cheaper than the DEET and all those poisonous things you buy. It'll, you know, eat through certain plastic. It'll eat through certain clothes. And you're going to put that on your skin? And it's very poisonous. I wouldn't use it. The Skin's So Soft. I've known veterinarians that use this and dip for keeping, getting rid of fleas and ticks. So this stuff works very well as an insect repellent. I generally put it in a little spray bottle, which I have one in here. And I mix it about 50-50 with water, and it works. I've tried it in the Everglades. Now, if you put the DEET on you, the mosquitoes, they'll stay, you know, an inch, at least to an inch and a half away. They don't like that smell, I guess. When you're using the Skin So Soft, they'll come a little bit closer, but they still won't land on you, and it's not hurting you. Yeah, try it out. And I bought a large bottle of it. I finally found someplace that had it. So I had some already mixed, and it lasts me for years. I only use it when you really have to, you know. And but yeah, that's the way to go, folks. Get you some Avon Skin So Soft, mixed with water, and take care of those bug problems. So the other thing that was in here, let me go get it. All right, here I go. Now I've taken this out. Now here, I've had this thing for years, and I use it as my water bladder because you know it's solid, fit in there. Turned out it actually very slow leak, and it was kept upright. But I took it out and had it laid down for a while, and there was little water. And I actually went and bought, I took an old O-ring that I had and put it in there, and now it's good. But I'll probably eventually get something different. So, but anyway, this can stay in my short-term bag. The other one, maybe I'd like to have a nice water bladder. I do have a couple of things already for it. Okay, so, and this also had, which I've already put in the other pack, a bunch of rubber tubing that I had left over from things. C2 rubber tubing, which can be very helpful when you're trying to make an inline filter, or if you need to blow on a fire, or lots of uses. Now on this side, in here, the nice little magnifying glass. You know, it's a jeweler's type. It's either 8 or 10x, so it ought to get plenty of heat for a fire. And it's inside one of these old, like, fruit netting things, because I can probably use that if I need to catch some insects to add to a soup, or get me some minnows for bait, or even for dinner. Okay. Also in here, this is one of my Leatherman style tools. The difference with this one is it has an adjustable wrench on it instead of the pliers. You know, my other pairs have the pliers, but I got to get near the right place. Okay, you see? This one, they're very nice, solid made, and then you still got a saw blade here and a regular knife blade, and I keep them very sharp. I keep all my knives sharp. This one is a cheap company, I guess, probably Allied. Allied, and it also has a screwdriver up here, just a small Phillips head. But I had it, figured I'll put it in there, and it can be worn on the belt, but I've kept it in here. It's not part of my everyday carry, and I keep one in the van always anyway. This is my glass case where I have 3 pairs of cheap reading glasses in there, you know, them $1 ones. And this is a nice case. A guy, I led him and his wife to the Lord years ago. As a result, he gave me this case with I got him here. Let me show you what he gave me. These glasses here came in there. Man, they got the headphones built into them here. You know, you get I used to use them a lot bicycling, especially towards dark. Lift the shades up. If the bugs were getting in my eyes, I'd put them back down. You know, you had volume and other controls. There's a built-in MP3 player. They were really great. And right after he gave them to me, a guy offered me $180 for them. I said, man, I can't do that. And I said, it's a gift. The guy just gave it to me a little bit ago. He said, man, I'll give you $180 right now. Well, I didn't do it. And then when I talked to the guy who gave them to me again, he said, man, you should have sold them. I'd have gotten some new ones for cheaper. But, you know, I did it because of the sentimental value. It meant a lot to me. And they gave them to me because I meant a lot to them. Because I helped lead them to the Lord. You know, we met several times. And boy, it changed their life. They got active together in church. Again, they got baptized. Everything was really good. All right, let's get back to this. I don't want this to be too long. Heck, I think it's kind of going quicker than I expected. That's because a lot of this is already, I've broken down in other videos. Okay, nothing else in there right now. Okay, this side, you know, I always use things in and out of this bag. This normally has this, okay, I'll have to show you that. Yeah, let me show you. This is important too. I'm going to show you something I highly recommend here in a minute. But, and here's a Swiss Army knife. Fits in that little side pouch. This thing's got all kinds of things, you know, scissors, tweezers, corkscrew, several different knife blades, a saw blade, you know, the screwdriver bits. So, I've had this for years and years. I think my grandmother may have given me this. So, that stays in there. There's a lot of things that could come in handy, that little awl, everything else. But, here's another thing that was in there. These are flints, you know, for Zippos. Now, I had a bunch of them because I was taking them when you can find them all the time. People throw down lighters, or, you know, people have collected them for me or left them for me because I said I just wanted to get the flints out of them. And I, honestly, you could take a lot of those cheap lighters, by the time they're done, their flints are longer than the ones that come in the Zippo thing. These are really chintzy little flints. And this was expensive. It was like $5 for 6 of them or something like that. So I still, but in all of my lighters, see, I have a couple of them. One's everyday carry. And I keep one in my bag that's brand new. And I have another one too. I bought all these many years ago during Bike Week. But each of mine, this one here right now, there's probably 4 or 5 flints in it. I'm not going to pull all that out. I'll drop them trying to show you. And the fluid, a can of fluid like this, I bet you it's been over a year now. It's just about empty. It's been over a year. But I have some packed away in my bag too. So I highly recommend that. And no doubt what I'll do is, okay, so that's all that was in there. Let's get to some smaller items up here. This is the zipper that broke recently. It kind of came apart from some of the material. But these are some of the things I use. If you've seen my video on self-starting fire starters, I mean, man, these things, each one of these, heck, I could start 4 or 5 fires with these. Each one of these, you know, I haven't filled, these are just big straws. When I got a bunch of them, fill them with this chemical and seal the ends up. But all you do is you take some of this powder and some of the liquid that I have here too, because I definitely keep them separated. And you put them together and you're going to have a nice hot fire. So I'm going to split some of these up. Some will be in the other bag, some in this. I have some in my cooking kit and some other places too for backups. Just in case. Like I said, I use all the same batteries. Right now I still got a whole bunch of AAAs in here. You know, you go to, I get a lot of mine, go to Harbor Freight. You know, they always have sales and they have free things that they'll give you. In fact, I have a lot of free things that they give me. One of them was, you know, you make a purchase and I got a free 24-pack of batteries. And of course, I have a lot of other lights around the house, and just about all of them run off their AAAs. So I use a lot, and I actually either bought or got another free 24-pack. I think I may have bought one, but needless to say, that's a good place to get them, Harbor Freight. I'll show you other things I got for free from them. Oh, my other video, I showed one of my part of my everyday carry most days is a razor knife. I use it all the time in my work, so I have some extra razor blades in here. Could come in real handy for cleaning a small game, or if you had to do some minor surgery on somebody, or even on yourself. Here's 3 more, you know, cheap dollar store lighters. Yeah, lighters are the easy way to go, but you know, they're only going to last you so long. And they're convenient. I have some toothpaste in here, and a handkerchief. This would be basically my bandana, and for, you know, if I'm purifying some water or straining it at least, trying to clean it a little bit. And also in here, oh yeah, like I said, yeah, this looks probably like a free one. Here's another 24-pack of batteries that I have in here. So I got a bunch of them for now. Oh, and in here, I would love to open this up for you, but I'm not going to go through all of that. You know, I had a piece of sheet metal left. And what I did is I took some, you know, metal cutters, some shears, and I cut out, let me show you, a whole bunch of arrowheads. Here's one of them. I'm not going to dig out the other ones. But I made small ones like this for crossbows. I made bigger ones for if you want to make arrows. Of course, I sharpened all the edges on them. But that's a whole bunch of them packed away in there. Should I need to make any kind of a spear or an arrow, I have some metal points already made. They take up very little room, and there's quite a few in there because they're all stacked in there and laying flat. And they're various different sizes. So that was just, you know, sitting around here, not much to do one evening. So I had this and I had that, and I thought, Besides, I want some darts that, if I had to use them to hunt, you know, those target ones, I do have the plastic ones, and yeah, I got the metal ones too. And by the way, that other arrow was totally homemade, just like the one that's in here. I'm not going to pull it out. Oh, I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, see, these, they have a little bit more mass. They're heavier than the plastic ones. Yeah, these could probably get you small game, but I think one of those other ones, yeah, more likely it's going to do a lot more cutting and, yeah, better. So, let's see. All right, we got those pouches. Now, well, hanging up here, I have a knife. This is a very nice case. I realize where this came from now. It was given to me with a bunch of fishing gear. I helped somebody to move, and I've done a lot of favors for them. They gave me a lot of nice furniture they didn't want to take. Man, a couple tackle boxes full of gear. But this was a very nice knife. Now, I've looked it up on the internet. Man, these things cost more than my big knife. But this too is extremely sharp. And, you know, if you're doing filleting fish, or if you got to work with a bird, you know, that's what this is. It's a bird and trout knife. You know, any small game, with a squirrel, even rabbit. You know, I would probably use something else if I'm really doing some large game. But yeah, this would be it. And very nice leather sheath with it, and it stays in there very well. All right, so see what else we got here on this side. All right, down here, I still have that wind up alarm clock. You know, one of the ones that used to travel with these a lot. And you fold them open, but that's what I got in here. Okay. Rather get me like another self-winding watch or something. Now in this pouch, let's see, got a few things. Oh yeah, here's the other lighter I told you, still brand new. Actually, in the other one that I have, it's wrapped inside an inner tube, so it's all sealed up. And what I'm considering doing, I still have a little bit more of that inner tube, or I have some other good rubber. But it's really not necessary. You know, if you leave one of these sitting for long enough, the fuel does evaporate out of it. So I was going to cut just a piece of rubber that would either fit inside over that cottony piece, you know, and have it go down on the screw hole like that does, and that would keep that moisture from coming out. Or you could maybe, if there's room, put a real thin something in the bottom of here so that when the lighter goes in, it's sealed up. But yeah, there's my backup, and it's already got probably 5 or 6 flints inside of it. And like I said, I keep fuel. This is very nice. This is one of these. It's a light here, very very inexpensive. But these are the ones that. Okay, how do I do this? There's a switch here. Something about this one. You can even if your batteries are dead, you do it like this. A lot better than if you have a hand crank one, because when you're cranking, see what my hand's doing. You know, I mean, you could do, but you're using both hands. With this one, yeah, so it's good to have it as a backup in emergency. And like I said, I keep plenty of lights. Here's 3 more lighters, because like I say, I keep the things like that in this bag. That way they're there and ready. If I need something, I'll get it. Something wears out, or I have something else, then I'll put something in there. You know, it changes all the time. You know. Just in my kitchen coverage, I have to go by what's in there sometimes, by what I got. You know, that determines my meals a lot. Not necessarily what I want. Oh, now this, darn, I don't want to break it down on this video. Shoot, I probably should. This thing, man, this is my fishing kit. I don't think I'm gonna break it down on this video. I'm gonna do a separate one. This thing's pretty much long term and can help you survive a lot. And you got to think in the long term. So one day I will do a breakdown on this thing. I think it's just too much to get into right now. Also in here is a whole bunch of Gorilla Tape that I just rolled all up on itself. And another old cheap knife, but this thing's very sharp. And it's always good to have backup knives, and oftentimes, I don't know, I may use them for other things, or use them more commonly than I might my better knives, but doubtful, because the better knives will always be on me. But these are good for backups. All right, let's see what else here. Oh, something else I saw moving here. Oh, a Band-Aid wrapped in foil. Don't know how that one got there all by itself, but hey, might have come in handy sometime. All right, now we have all of the outside stuff there. Let's get to the bigger pouch. All right, I got a dollar store thing. I was looking for Q-tips. I thought this was all Q-tips till I get home and I realized it's got the bunch of cotton pads here, and this is all cotton balls. But this case alone for the dollar is worth it. And like I say, once again, this stays in my bag. That way it's ready to go if I need to go. If I need a Q-tip, I'll go get it out of the bag. And what I'm saying is be prepared, stay prepared. You know, be like the Minutemen. Oh boy, like I said, Here's another bottle, and I really, pretty soon I'll be switching to this bottle, and I'll pick up the bigger one like that other one. See, uh, this one's definitely bigger. It was like 8 ounces and 12 ounces. This 12 ounces will last over a year with frequent use. So it should last you. One bottle may last you through the whole tribulation, especially if you're not getting evaporation. Okay, also in here, I fill this up with oil. And an oil for taking care of my metal tools, my knives, primarily those things. But yeah, nice little squeeze bottle, leak proof, very handy to have. Like I say, for the tools. Especially me, since I live not far from the ocean. Okay, a friend of mine, he's like a member of this health club type of deal, where he's paid so much, and every month he gets to pick out a certain amount of items. Well, Bill pretty much had everything he wanted at one point. He let me order some things. So ordered a couple of bottles of vitamins. One I'm using now, and I have this other bottle stashed away in my bag. You know, when the other one's gone, I'll take these to replace it. Of course, they'll be there for a long time. The other bottle's larger. This is the smaller bottle. This is like 50 I put away. And I'm an advocate of taking vitamins. My grandfather got me doing it when I was just a little kid. All right, and here, you know, being in the construction business, this twine I've had for years, look at the discoloration on that one side. It's gotten all wet and, you know, rusty water and stuff. But you know what? I still use it, and it still holds up good. And I actually took some and made some fire tinder out of it. You know, dipped it in wax. A lot of people really like it. To me, I don't know if it's all that great for it, but it'd be good if you need to transfer a fire but still, it's very inexpensive string. It's something I already had. I didn't have to spend for it. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. You could probably use that to make different types of nets or animal traps. All right. Oh, in here, some pantyhose. You know, I figured these could be used you can make water filtration stuff out of these to get rid of the bigger stuff. I'm not sure what other reasons I had them in here, but that was part of it. But yeah, very good for water filtration. You know, or even if you need to make a dust mask out of them. But those are in there. Heck, if it's cold out, I may need to put them on underneath my clothes. I'm never. Never mind. Okay, but yeah, I got those from my mom. I get a pair from her every year, and that's why this other pair is in here. What I do is, in the wintertime, I disconnect my hose from going through the vent that goes up from the dryer, and I run it into a pair of pantyhose and secure it like that. And that way, when you're running the dryer in the winter and it's cold out, it's blowing all that hot air right back into my kitchen and dining room area. And actually, you can feel it. I have a big thermometer in the living room. After it's running for just a little bit, you can see how that thermometer will climb a degree or two. So anyway, just now in the summer, then I switch it back. So, yeah, in fact, I'll probably be switching it back real soon here. We're finally getting somewhat of a break in the weather. All right, I recently did get some Crazy Glue gel, and figured till I need it. I bought it for some specific things, but also to have here. It stays in this bag. And it's a little bag. All right, here's a inexpensive headlamp that I bought. I've had lots of them. I got one that ain't worth hardly beans. But this one could be good. Got the battery. So, those headlamps are really nice. Then you have both hands free. Like I said, with that one light, you only need one. Otherwise, you need two. With the headlamp, you have two hands free. Here's some socks. And inside of them, there's a pair of underwear and a t-shirt rolled up tightly. And then the socks go over them to keep it all together in a package. Now, I did order a couple small dry bags recently. So I'll be able to use them I would like to pack more clothes. And maybe use one for food. I'll go ahead and show it to you. This is something I made. And I made the pants for it too. I don't know if I'll pull them out. You should be able to get a look at this. It's a suit. It's got pants and a matching top. And I took, like I say, a bunch of my old paints. I mean, this thing was like kind of a, I think it was kind of a brown in color. And now it's pretty decent camouflage. Yeah. I've actually taken it out and hung it up in some trees, you know, while I did things, and then would just go back later to look or pass by and check it out. Yeah. Tell you what, it's a lot better than nothing. Breaks up the outline and blends in. Okay. And then I keep it secured with these 2 strips of Velcro, heavy stuff that I had together. Gee, I'm out of room over here. Alright, in here. Now, you know this, well, let's get everything from the front first. Okay, here's the matching pants that go to it. And these are the kind, they just have a tie on them for the waist. You know, they're loose, comfortable. Could possibly be a little warm for the summer, but if it's a thing where you need to be hiding out, it'd be good. Or they'd be good for night, because a lot of your moving, if you move a lot, you're going to be needing to do that mostly at night. And you're going to want to stay off the highways about it. Okay, this is my food ration kit that I have in there. I'm not going to break this down right now either. That's what it is. It's two MRE boxes in here, but they've been severely modified. I mean, I've taken out the things that I like from the MREs, and you know, I ate some things, but I combined a whole lot of good stuff in there. And as far as the like the pans, I think I only left one in there, but I kept several of the heating element things, you know, with the saltwater pack and the heating element. So if I ever wanted a warm stealth meal, you know, where it's somewhere you got to be very stealthy, where you can't have a flame, but you want a warm meal, then you can use those heating element kits that are in here. But in addition to it, it's got like knife, fork, and spoon all up in there. It's got all kind of spices, cooking oil, more automatic fire starters, where even if I don't have a lighter or anything, I just put the 2 chemicals together and makes a very hot flame. You can definitely, no problem getting a fire started with that stuff. Just have to be careful it's windy. If you put the powder down first, make sure it's not where the wind blows. But this is stuff, I say, food that would take me 4 days easy. And it's not all that big. You know, it's just one MRE bag with 2 boxes in it, and a lot of extra stuff, you know, set up my own way. Like I said, I won't break that down now. Probably never will either. That I may be eating into this weekend, or real soon here, and then I'll change. And you know, in this pack here now, this was just a computer bag. It, you know, I love all the pockets. I never had planned to use it for what I'm doing it for, but man, it's been great. The thing is, it's got no frame, you know, internal, external. So I had this packed to where it was comfortable for me. You know, that food, those boxes are nice and squared and kept other lumps from being up against me. And then behind that, between that and my back, was this big tarp. You know, this was another. Let me put this up. This is another one of those Harbor Freight things, but this is large. This is, I think, 9 foot 4 inches by 11 foot 4 inches. You know, you can make a lot of things with that, and it's long enough where, you know, if you're hammock camping, it'll more than cover the ends of your hammock. It can be used for a lot of things. You know, it's a little large, but you know, you can make a canopy over your area, and it's camouflaged, so it's nice. Now this one, I took it out. I think I was going to add some of those grommets into this, and as it turned out, it was set up pretty nicely. But when I go use it, I may decide to put a couple more here and there. You know, so that's why I pulled that kit out. Because you know, when I'm out testing this gear, I may change some things. So I think. Oh. And up here in the top hangs my slingshot. And inside of here, you see I have this duct tape on here, but it's hollow inside. So those fishing kits that were given to me, I took a whole bunch of the those little crimp leaders. It looks like a pellet from a pellet rifle, but much heavier. So I have a whole bunch of those in here. Okay, and naturally, this is still my water bottle, an old maple syrup bottle, but it hangs very conveniently, and this is going to stay here. Well, temporarily, it might go with me, but yeah, it's nice. I've used it quite a bit. And then that's it. Well, there's another flash. No, we saw that. Like I said, then just the bedroll, the rope, and that other thing. So, here, let me give you. And here's that fishing kit. And really, this thing, yeah, I need to break it down and give it a wise too. You know, wise that you should have one, a good one. All right, it's simple. It doesn't take much room. So, there's all the stuff. I don't know. I can't see what I'm doing here, but there's a, you know, the gloves, the light, the robes, the cooking kit, the first aid kit, all the batteries, lighters, toilet paper, rope, fishing kit, my sleeping system there, the tarp, the sponge, the clothing, and down there my douche bag. Oh, and I forgot, these things are on me too. Yeah, here, let's go to this. I almost forgot. The back was blocking it. Alright. Oh, and this is another thing I forgot. Turn this around. Inside here is another pouch. This used to be the airbag, because this was a computer pouch, so the airbag protected the computer. Now, I showed this in the other video, what's in the Scoutmaster's bag, so I'm not going to open this right now, but this has that bag still, which can be inflated into a nice pillow, and that thing held air in it for, oh, it's a whole lot of years. I can't remember. It's 10 years, maybe more, and I'm not going to do the math right now. But so it'll hold air to make a nice pillow. You could just wrap some clothing around it, and you know, with the air out, takes no space. You could always fill it with water and use it. And also my hammock fits in here. But my new bag has, you know, the areas underneath. That's where a whole lot of my stuff's going to go. You know, it's got plenty of room to put a whole lot of stuff in there. So, that's it. Hope you got something from it. Remember, having a bug out bag's good, and having a hiking bag's good. You know, your weekend camping bag's good. But y'all need to have an inch bag, you know. Or keep that bag ready with other bags. Like I also have, you've seen in another video, a food bag. It's always at the ready. I can throw it right over my shoulders. Oh, and there's one other. I'm not going to go grab it right now. I do have a fanny pack. And, you know, that thing's got a different type of, what do you call it? One of these, you know, all you can do tools. It's got a different type. And it's got another knife, you know, similar to the inexpensive ones that you saw here. And just a couple other things that could be useful for survival. So anyway, now that everything's out of here, oh boy, y'all got me going now. Shoot, I got stuff I got to do. Because some of this I'm going to transfer to the new bag. I actually did. There is a couple of things that were here that I've already put in there. Like I said, those hoses. Oh, the new water filter I just bought. Because I didn't have one before, and I figured that better be good to get, could save you a lot of time. Not that you can't filter and purify water, but there's times you may not have the opportunity or the time to do that. So that's my thing, you know. All right, and I intend to get another one, a backup one, because those tend to clog, and if you're going to have to go 3.5 years, you know, make sure you keep them clean. And I may even add one other chemical to my bag to help clean that should it become calcified or anything. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, get yourself prepared. You know, the doo-doo will hit the fan, and I will be doing more videos about that. And I'm going to redo that one about There's all kind of things that the Bible says about it, and whether or not you should or shouldn't, and what you should or shouldn't do in those days, and who you shouldn't trust, and where you shouldn't go, and how not to get there. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a bunch of things from the scriptures that you ain't gonna see on the internet. That's really gonna show you. But meanwhile, do like me. I started with a little computer bag and nothing, and I started looking around what I had. My blanket's an old drop cloth that didn't have much paint on, but it's like I said, it's very thick. It's something somebody gave me. They're going to throw away. I cut had fringes all around it. I cut all them off. It is a little bit bulky, and I've been wanting to field test it. So I'm going to field test it soon, see how well it keeps me warm, and even if it's not keeping me totally warm, if I wrap the Tyvek around it, yeah, that'll be enough. And or have the drops, and actually have another drop cloth, another Harbor Freight one. Surprised I didn't bring it out here. It's only because it wasn't. Oh yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, here's a couple other things. These will be going in the other bag. Sorry, this was a free Harbor Freight tarp. This is like I went up and I said, well, I have enough batteries. I have enough of this and that free stuff. This is a 5x7, one of their tarps, but that can make use for a lot of things. So, and now they have two bags. I'm gonna have to have some things separated. Here's 75 more feet of rope. It can come in real handy for a lot of things. Here, the terrain where I live isn't bad, so you don't need it for that, but you can use it for a lot of things. Hanging up your food bags. Well, a whole lot of things you can use for it. And what I do have for the time being, I'm looking into something different, but this is a full-length rain jacket. I don't like that it's bright yellow, but yeah, this is a very nice one. It's very heavy duty. It's still clean. I got one in my van. It's camouflaged because it's so dirty. It used to be yellow like this. This one still looks sporty when I wear it. I've worn it into places people go, ooh, look. And I'm like, huh? This is just a rubber rain jacket. But no, I'd rather have it not need it than need to not have it, though. I don't want to be standing out like a sore thumb. I haven't thrown any paint on this yet or anything, and probably won't, because I'll end up getting some type of rain suit. Or I'll tell you what's really great, and I lived in Panama, and I used to spend a lot of time in the rainforest and in the jungles. A military poncho, man, they work great. Even, like, we get stuck in these downpours because it'll pour down there. 45 minute to an hour downpours twice a day. And especially if you had two of them and you had three people, you could actually just snap them together, or you find some rocks to sit on. You could actually fold them underneath you to where you're sitting somewhere dry, and all three you get underneath there and have a powwow or whatever. But yeah, they came in handy for a lot of things. Drop cloths, tarps. You have to watch with the tarps because they do have the hole. You don't want to be, anyway. And then I had these things too. This was one of them boonie hats or whatever you call it, and it was a tan color. And I took some old paints and painted this up. Okay, but these things are in there. And inside that was I think this one, I'm not sure where this came from. I may have found this on the side of the road or something. I don't remember. No, somebody gave me this. I'm not sure, but anyway, nice camouflage cap. So, and I recently ordered one of these cap lights that goes on here. That'll be coming soon. So, I already got the hat. The light was pretty much free. It's hard to turn down free stuff. This is a beanie that I did the same thing with. Took a bunch of my paints, painted up. This is the one that's on the cover photo of one of my videos, Will You Be Robbed or something like that. And this can really break up your outline. You can put it on real high like this, or you can pull it down. And what I did is on the other side, actually, it's camouflage too, but different colors, more subtle. Whereas this one has a lot more in it. So anyway, I got that. And then I made, since I've done a lot of screen work, had a lot of extra screen, and I've made a few things out of screen. I do have a screen net that I've made, but it's not here right now. And then this thing here, I did the same with all these different paints, and I took a piece of screen here. And this is, like I say, I've spent a lot of time in the jungles. Mosquitoes can tear you up. This doesn't show too good on there, but this is camouflage. It's got a lot of camouflage colors to it. I put this is some of that twine I showed you that I have here. Like I said, I've used it for a lot of things over the years, but mostly construction purposes. And what I did with this is I just put a little hole kind of in the top. This is a mosquito net. The mosquitoes are really bad, but it serves a dual purpose. It's like a ghillie suit too. I actually was making it for a mosquito net, but yeah, yeah. See, that's why I went ahead and was sitting with nothing there to, constructive to do. So I tied up a bunch of pieces all along here, let them hang. And you can always, if you want to, poke holes in it, but I need this for mosquitoes. And of course, if I put this on with my boonie cap, then it's really nice. Yeah. Let me see where I put that joker. Put on with the boonie cap. You just don't move. And that's something I've learned from animals. Animals know that. Animals, insects, they know oftentimes if they don't move, especially if they blend in some, they're really hard to spot. But when they're moving, then they know that they can be spotted. And those animals know that. You need to know that too. Sometimes just staying still is a good thing. Or when to move and when not to move. Okay, I got to stop this video. I hope you got some good things. Like I said, a lot of these things, I just did them myself with leftover stuff I got here. A lot of free stuff. I don't have much money at all into this thing. Just to show you this. Like if I could do it so far, anybody could do it. And just get you something going. That's what I'm saying. All right, till the next one. Be prepared. One of those ways of reading your Bible. Don't forget to pray and repent from your sins. That once we'll all get together in the air. Okay, bye.